Hey, it's Oska from the Front Runner Colombo.
And Kat from Back on Track Sports.
And Mac from the Front Runner Colombo media team.
The content queen.
The content queen.
Queen? Well, I guess it's 2024.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want. Slay queen.
Slay queen.
And you are listening to our weekly Run Spesh Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the locomotive human movement we call running. And as Jared summed it up yesterday morning, every middle-aged white man's dream. A podcast talking about the thing they like.
Perfect, you've nailed it. You've made it.
You've made it.
I feel good being back here because I like listening to this thing. Every time you record it, I get jealous that I'm not on it. So I'm glad Tom's away. Sorry, Tom.
Tommy, we're going to miss him for the week. He is down in Queenstown, mostly because he's too cheap to drive himself down, so he's in the back of Saxon's car.
That's why.
At least he's not sleeping in his car this time.
No, he's sleeping in Lynette's daughter's house because he's cheap.
Oh, good on you, Tom. That's the way.
It's been a funny week. Well, it's been a funny 10 days because obviously we caught up with everyone 7 days ago, which was 4 days after the marathon. Kat and I had a little bit of time to digest what had happened. And then we talked about it after we recorded last week, how you replay the race over
and over
again to the point where it's like self-harm.
I know, because mine was every night I was like, oh, what if I did this? What if I did that? Nothing would have changed.
No, it never does.
But you're only thinking about the negatives? Like, are you thinking about any of the positives?
Well, I try to trick myself that it all went great, so yeah.
No, it did go great. But I think it's only human nature to go, what if?
Yeah.
It's the expectation, though, that we put on ourselves. That we just
You probably do that, though. Yeah. You're probably thinking about all the things you could have done differently, even though, like, you went out and had a great race and won.
Yeah. What else could you have done differently?
Oh, well, probably nothing. I had a great day.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was perfect. I've actually been sleeping like a baby.
Absolutely nailed it. Dream run.
And I don't say this lightly, it'll never happen again. If anyone listening to this is in this sort of like hope that you will have multiple perfect days in your career, you are so far wrong. You've got no idea.
But you get that high, right? And then you chase it forever more.
I will ride that all the way.
I'll ride that wave to the da.
I'm going to be on the back of Henry the horse the whole way into the sunset with the fucking lasso guard. Come on. Giddy up. So, yeah, I mean, I've been reflecting a lot this week, mostly on just whether or not I want to retire out on top.
I did have I mean, that's pretty smart. I did have a wee chuckle at your Strava the other day, though, and you put up the picture of the man that's like just like trampled by this horse, trying to get back on the horse.
When I make the YouTube version of this, I'll put the photo over the top of us so you can see it. But it's basically the man lying under a rodeo horse, me trying to climb back on top of it. And Monday was miserable, and it's so weird how you can run for 2 hours and 20 minutes at like 3:20s or whatever we were running. And then 5-minute Ks just feels so hard. Yeah. And everything hurt. Mostly my ego.
That was your first run back?
Yeah. I just took 7 days off, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot when you're me. Like you would have seen me in the back end of last week. I was fucking twitchy as hell. Like tics.
Yeah.
You can't see it if you're listening, but I do have tics. Sort of ADHD tendencies. But what would you have done differently? Like, in all fairness, jokes aside, what would you have done?
I would have trained. I would have made a bigger training block.
Yeah, but you
race. Are you asking like race day?
Yeah.
Nothing. I actually genuinely think there's nothing that I could have done differently on that day. Like, I felt so comfortable that first half, and it's just I didn't have the training behind me. So, what else could I have done? Maybe I could have taken the bottle before the bridge, which I missed. Other than that,
I don't think that's making a difference. Yeah. I don't think the bottle.
The gel.
No. The gel. Well, maybe the gel. Maybe. But then doesn't that dangle the little carrot out in front? You're like, fuck, I gotta do this shit again. You stand on the start line, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna do this shit again.
I am gonna do this shit again.
So there it is.
Yeah. So that was the leading question. What are you gonna do next?
Well, I have some opportunities that have presented themselves, which
not the neon flashing light ones. Running opportunities, right?
You're running opportunities, okay, not Manchester Street opportunities.
I mean, your apartment's not far from Manchester Street, is it?
Yeah, ideal. Can't pay rent.
running doesn't pay. But in saying that, if the Canadian pole vaulter can have an OnlyFans page,
exactly, she makes bank.
like you got assets. Where sport is just assets.
Yep.
You got a heart and lung that's slightly larger than someone else's. What's the difference?
We know Oska's goal now. Make an OnlyFans.
I'm making OnlyFans. People want to see my feet.
There will be people that will want to see your feet.
I've seen that blister on your foot multiple times. Unsolicited.
How was that going?
It's healed. The blister's healed. Although I made the mistake of ripping the skin. Yeah. Katie was not impressed. She made me wear socks everywhere.
Yeah, good.
For multiple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this.
And then the last time we caught up with you, Matt, you were running Dunedin.
Yeah.
You were in the tramp stamp of New Zealand.
Dunedin half. I was in the tramp stamp of New Zealand.
I got a lot of shit for that.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I got a lot of...
well, you've just done it again.
Both.
So.
But it's not funny the second time, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
Like, once it's a joke, twice when you remember it, it's just what it is. Just accept it.
Just a side note, I worked with a guy who has a Spates tramp stamp. He's from Dunedin. Yeah. So it's like, I mean...
But who's seeing that?
Not a lot of people. I've seen it. He showed me it.
In
not
what
great
circumstances?
It's like, I've seen it. Wait, I have to
let's back this up.
No, someone at work mentioned it, and then I was like, and then he showed me. It was like quite big.
Okay.
Less, more lower back. More like lower back than like,
Top of crack.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, anyway, Dunedin, man, they put on a stellar day. Like,
you got 1 in 10.
Usually so average, but it was a banger. Like, no wind. Like, we were running around the waterfront, and there's people around me who are from Dunedin just being like, I've never seen it that still before. And I was like, sick. It was great.
And so you completed the trifecta, or the quadfecta, because you had your 5K, your 10K, your half, and your marathon.
Yeah, I basically did every PB from, I think, the mile to the half.
In that race?
Yeah.
That's
in
disgusting.
That race.
Yeah.
Love that.
Because you know how Strava does like 2 mile, 5K, 10K,
you got them
10
all.
mile. Yeah, I got them all. Just like collecting infinity stones, like.
I love that.
So either like I'm not training hard enough, or I've just got like or I just had a banger of a day.
I think you had a banger of a day, and you'll never have another one.
No, exactly. And,
go out on a high.
And that's why I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Ran 1:26:49.
Nice. Which really opens that door for the big old sub 3.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, definitely.
You get that leg speed, double it and add a bit. Another year of training, another 6 months. Like it really, you just got to walk through that now.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds easy, but.
Yeah, and I think
Kat found out.
like the way I closed that race as well, like we broke it down into 7K segments. So like first 7K run at 4:15s, second 7 dropped to like 4:10s, and then the last 7 just sort of like go for gold.
And you were sprint. I mean, the video of you at the finish line, I was like, damn, kid's got wheels.
Yeah, I had some juice in the tank. Ran the last couple at like 3:48 and 3:45 or something.
Nice.
So like, I was pretty happy with how like the whole thing went, and so.
I think there's something in that, the way you break that up, because I did something similar in Wanaka earlier in the year. I was like 8K, 5K. I think it makes it a lot easier mentally, yeah. How did you find that Kat in the marathon? Because obviously that's the furthest you've ever run. Mac is going to make that
big time long run.
Yeah, you're gonna make me a meme now.
Father? Yeah, I'll clip that.
You'll clip that. Like, when we kind of talked about 3K, 5K, 1K, where did you settle?
I settled at not looking at my watch.
I love that.
And I think 3K probably too short in my mind.
Gotcha.
5K, it was more like in my mind I was like, oh, I just got to make, especially when it was starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Like, just make it to 25. Just make it to 30. Just make it to 35. So yeah, probably 5.
It's more like 5.
Yeah.
Did you set your watch up to split, or you just
just running? I didn't because
raw dogged it.
Yeah, I find when the slow beep goes off, I really get down on myself. I'm like, oh, you suck.
Okay. Rather than just having it like
laps.
Because you lap it every 3K. Did you do that?
I had an auto lap, but I never looked once.
Yeah, I guess it's different when you're up there like racing though, right? Like you're just.
The minute we came onto the motorway and we knew it was going to be a race, I was like, doesn't actually fucking matter.
No.
Because there's guaranteed it's going to come down to a 500-meter sprint. Like.
That's what's good about where I'm at, is that like I can only, I'm only racing myself. Whereas you guys are up there to take the W, It's different. It's different gravy.
Yeah.
So what does your training look like this week?
It was crazy. I've basically just done a couple of 30 minutes, a couple of 45s. My hip flexors are sore as fuck.
Same.
Yeah.
Why?
I think for me, I didn't do enough hill work leading in, and so when we went through Devonport and over the bridge, I was
my right hip flexors.
Yeah, mine's the right one too.
Yeah. Man, copycat. That was a dad joke.
It's terrible.
I know. I'm just easing my way in.
Yeah.
You know, easing my way in. Yeah, my hip flexor, and so is my left ankle a little bit. I think that's lack of load.
Like your whole joint, or like
just
Achilles.
There's the tendons, just like do some. But my brain's like, I don't want to go running.
Oh yes, yeah.
But my body's like, I should go running because otherwise I'm going to end up like stiff and
No, I'm pretty motivated to keep running actually, which I didn't think I would be. I thought I'd just want to crawl into a hole and never come out. So.
No, but that probably says you ran really well.
Yeah,
like,
no. Well,
positive experience.
Yeah, I think there's more there. So I think, I could definitely
100% there's more there.
Yeah.
So have you done? You just did a couple of easy
runs. Just runs.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm into a lot of calf loading, Achilles loading to get that sorted because it's just non-stop. Always.
Collagen. See, Pillar have just started doing collagen
Have they?
powder.
Yeah, it's like a repair thing, eh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been supplementing that for a while now.
Is it out today, I think?
Is it out today?
What's today, 14th, 15th?
Yeah.
Yeah, out today.
You can use this affiliate code.
Pillar
Performance /Mac15. 15% off your next order.
I actually think it is that. I'm pretty sure it is Mac15.
Is it? That's so good.
Pillar, yeah.
There's
first Pillar order, I think. You know.
Let's go.
I'm gonna use it.
Which is buy from him.
I get it.
Pretty sure I know a guy who sells some
I'm
supplements.
just trying to help out Mac.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I don't get anything.
No.
Oh, do you not? Oh,
That's not how that stuff works. No, I call it yet, and not that I'm offering this disclaimer, not a nutritionist, but I have been using collagen for ages, and it has made a huge difference to the tendon and ligament pain, particularly in my compromised ankles from old football injuries.
Yep.
Every night, have a wee. No, actually, well, the science says 45 minutes before you run.
Does it?
Yeah, because that's when you get the most blood flow to the areas.
True, and so it gets in there quicker.
Which I read a reasonable amount of literature, like at least 3 synopsises of some PhDs in that area, so that makes me a qualified specialist.
That's right. I'll accept it.
You know, plug the course that you're selling.
/OB. Yeah. For 25% off your next course enrollment. Jesus, we're downhill real fast. But yeah, no, so collagen, I recommend. You know, you heard it here first.
Add it to the list.
Which is basically just complete protein for fibrous tissues, like tendons. I don't know why I said that so aggressively to you. You're giving me side eye as well. Like, shut the fuck up.
Take it.
No one cares about your collagen, Kim. What about your week, Mac, and training? The training of Magdalene.
Yeah. What have I done this week?
You were at the races this week, weren't you?
Yeah, easy run Monday. Didn't run Tuesday because I was at the races working. And then did an hour yesterday. And then today I'm doing 3 by 15 minutes. Zone 4, and then one to first to zone 4, last one at threshold. So.
Hey team, Oska here, jumping in for your first aid station of this week's podcast. For those running Queenstown Marathon this weekend, the hard work's done, the hay's in the barn. Go out there, enjoy that, dish out some high fives, have a glass of wine or a beer after you've finished, and enjoy the great place that is Queenstown.
What have you got coming up? What's the next?
So I signed up for the Canterbury Half Marathon, which is in like
the
December.
Pegasus one?
Yeah, the Pegasus one.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can't find the course online anywhere, so I don't actually know what it is. I'm assuming it's just flat.
Lake.
Yeah, it's just round and round and round and round and round.
So
love it.
Sort of needed something to like just keep me busy until the end of the year, basically. Yeah. And so I'll just go on and have some fun.
You should come run a 3K at the track.
Yeah.
Do some athletics.
Yeah. That was the initial plan with Andy, was to do some of that like nighttime athletics stuff. But then this came up and I was like, And I feel like I'm at a good point with this like half marathon training. I thought I'd just keep everything ticking over, you know?
The mojo.
Yeah.
Mojo. That's a funny thing, isn't it? Mojo. Is that an acronym? Mojo?
Is it?
I don't know.
You have to Google that.
Google
Pull that
it
up.
up.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull it up?
Yeah.
What about you, Obi?
9 to 5s.
No, so I ran reluctantly for an hour in the forest on Monday, and I really wanted it to be 40 minutes, but the 40-minute loop took us an hour, which explains everything. And then I've been in Auckland for the last 2 days, which we'll touch on a bit later, but I ran Tuesday evening along Tamaki Drive in Auckland, which with Ben, who owns the Timaru Front Runner, and Emma, who runs the new Plymouth Front Runner. And that was really nice, but like to have company, but I just didn't want to be there. I just didn't feel.
So you don't want to be running.
I don't want to be running, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a run with Jared and Jack and Will on Wednesday morning. We did a little loop, which was actually quite a nice loop, out and around the outskirts of Auckland. And then got introduced to the K Road at 8 a.m. in the morning, running down there. That's a place.
There's some things going on.
If ever I end up on there, just put me in a cab. Just go home, mate. You're drunk. Like, yeah. So, but I think, what am I going to do? I'm not going to go to 9 to 5s, mostly because the flights to Auckland were just astronomical.
Yeah, it's bad time, really.
Like nearly $1,000 return.
That's crazy. There's like you can get to Oz for that. Like,
Yeah, and
or
like
Fiji or something. Like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
There you go.
Be no running over
We
there.
can go do our own 9 to 5s in Fiji.
Yeah, 9 to 5 drinks an hour. So, Mojo, a magic charm or a talisman or spell. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? What do we use?
It's Mojo Jojo of Powerpuff Girls. That's how I know that.
Mojo Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know how to laugh at that.
We could be the Powerpuff Girls.
We could be. We should be Power Rangers. No,
Ooh.
Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
Like, he's a hero.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
You know, he's got the 5 things.
What's Captain Planet?
Earth.
Yeah, fire,
Water.
water, fire. And
Yeah,
they're the
Captain
rings.
Planet.
They're the rings.
Yeah.
And then they all get together like a cute little.
They saved the planet.
I've
Ring-
never seen Captain Planet.
Have you not?
No.
You
Like,
should really
what is
watch it.
It's a show, but they basically have a ring orgy and save the world.
It's not like, is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cartoon. Okay.
Captain Planet, bro.
It's
Captain
Captain
Planet.
Planet.
What year was it released?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
way before any of us were born.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that's not true. I don't know.
80s.
1990, first episode.
Oh shit.
Gaia,
our
the spirit
era.
of the planet, assembles a diverse team of planeteers who are able to combine their powers to summon the elemental warrior
right.
that takes on the appearance of superhero Captain.
We should start doing TV show reviews.
He works with the planeteers to defend Earth from pollution
Podcast.
caused by criminals and villains. I got a sub-career there,
It's
eh?
Really,
phenomenal.
just
That's
picking up
phenomenal.
I got a sub-career there.
Can we do that one more time?
Yeah, sure. Pollution caused by criminals and villains. No, great show.
It is a great.
I think
I'll check. I have to check it out.
check it out. It's, to be honest, it's not peak TV, but it really was the start of shows that made no sense. You know,
Yeah, true. We had a few of those. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was a bit.
have we talked
Even
about?
the name's confusing.
Yeah,
You know, courage.
Courage.
The
No.
cowardly dog. How does that
Cow-
make any sense?
yeah, but what about Cat Dog?
Cat Dog.
That's a banger.
Cat
Cat. I
Dog.
want alone in the world with a little cat dog.
Yeah,
Bro, that's a banger of a show.
but how does it shit?
I'm not sure a 5-year-old. I'm not sure
We
that's
were
running
all
through a 5-year-old's
thinking
head.
Has it got the little holes in the thing? What is? Sorry, dog. Fire in the hole.
What about like, Hey Arnold?
Hey Arnold was
See
great.
that was when you
Football
watch
head.
when you watch that back, that was so abusive.
I love how he knows all of the theme music to these shows. Like,
Hey Arnold started bullying.
I haven't actually watched the episode in ages though. Alright, should we get back to running?
Yeah, okay, sorry. There was well, I feel like
We were talking 9 to 5s.
yeah. So I'm not going to go to 9 to 5s because I'm cheap, not as cheap as Tom, but cheap. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a really nice, relaxing November for the first time in ages, and then I am going to go to New Plymouth, Inglewood, to race 10,000 metre national champs on the track.
In January?
That's January the 18th or something like that. The week before that is the Lovelock 3K in Timaru. So I think I will do that as a day trip and just go down and race and come back.
Lovelock's fun. That's a good classic.
And I think if you want it, Nationals this year is the 6th of March.
Oh, I thought it was later. Is
No,
it earlier?
I think it was 6th or 16th, whatever it is, in Dunedin. And as I've got older, if you want to make March, you have to start a lot later.
Yeah.
So you can't be running track in the end of November, early December, because your body's just hammered.
Yeah.
And I think I worked out I've got like 25 good kilometres around the track a year. So you got like a 3K race, 3K, 10K, that's 13 already. You want to run a 5K before you run Nationals, 18, you run your 5K, you're done.
You're done.
Like finished.
So you're going to do Nationals then? Track Nationals?
Well, so it was 10 years ago in Dunedin that I won silver in the men's senior 5,000 metres. That was the year I thought I might scalp Hayden McLaren, the sub 4 minute miler. And if anyone's ever been in a race where there's someone exponentially faster than you, and you have this little feeling like, man, I'm going to scalp this guy today. He came past me like a fucking freight train. Like, I was standing still. And I ran a good last lap.
Was it the last lap you got?
The last lap, so I was out in front.
You held him off for that long.
I held him off. I know, I was pretty chuffed. But I ran a 63 last lap. He put 7 seconds into me.
Damn.
You did say it was a sub 4
minute mile.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I was
just playing with you.
Trying to hang on.
Got that
anyway.
kick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got that kick, dog.
Yeah, he was in one. I mean, it was a fun race. It was a good race. But I remember Matt, my coach, he was at 100 to go, and at 500 to go, big smile on his face. Like, oh, we might be on here. 100 to go, it's not a smile on his face.
Just make it to the finish.
It's not looking good.
Very distinct, very distinct. Like, how did he put that much time into you over that thing? And I think I just beat Caden and someone else. Can't remember. But it was a great race.
Going down.
Yeah, I had a hurt foot. I had a plantar problem, I think. Anyway, so the story of that was that 10 years ago I did that, and so I thought, well, if I go back this coming year, I'll just try not to get lapped.
Was it the last time you ran it? 10 years ago?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. I've run 2 others. One I was real sick. We had here at Napunawa, and I was really sick. And I shouldn't have run. Yeah, I shouldn't have run. And then I ran it in Hamilton. And I was 4th behind Chig, Belch, Sissons, and then me, I think. And we got shit-faced in a bar with the Athletics Canterbury executives, Athletics New Zealand executives, and Tom Walsh's coach. And it's me and Matt and Belch and Dale. He won't mind me saying. He might mind me saying, but he's not going to listen. And Matt, who's our coach, was just buying jugs of piss.
This is in Hamilton.
In Hamilton. I don't remember what bar we were
Bar
at.
101.
Probably.
Outback.
Yeah.
One of those classics.
And then we were ordering pizzas, and we just get him obliterated. Like, it was unhealthy. And then Angie and Maria and that were sitting on the opposite side of the table just having their little fucking prawn salads, talking to the executives. And Belchy and I, and at the time Belchy just gone to Ekiden and run that 13:52 to win the Ekiden 5,000 in Japan.
Yeah.
And he was like, kind of thing. And then I just won a couple of road national titles. And we were supposed to be like behaved. And we're just getting obliterated. And then they had to drive us back to our accommodation. I don't even remember the car ride home. I could have said anything. It's not good. Anyway, it was funny. Well, it was funny. So that's me at the moment. And then I'm running around Christchurch half.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Well, I thought, I don't know what the qualification time is going to be for San Diego. I don't know if you've thought about that, Kat.
I have, nothing's up. So, but I'm pretty sure it'll be way faster.
Yeah, so I thought at the very least, if you give yourself an opportunity, because it's going to be 5 weeks after the 5K, which is great timing, so you can have all your track speed, do a little bit of longer threshold work and some long runs, and then you'll probably go, right, if I run a 64:30 or something, at least
that's on the board.
It's on the board, and if they decide to make it a stupid 62:10, whatever, then that's on them. But if I want to go and that's going to be sub 65 again, then at least I've got something on the board.
Is San Diego half marathon
world champs
for when next year?
Yeah, September 2025.
Yes.
Which could be interesting because I also put my hand in the ring to go to Berlin, and then Essex yesterday asked if I wanted to go to world champs to watch in Tokyo.
Must be nice.
Yeah, imagine.
Must be very nice.
Too many options.
Wait, you want to go watch what? Tokyo?
The World Championships in Tokyo. World Athletics Championships.
Yes, you do.
Well, that's what Katie said, but then my immediate thing was I feel bad because I'll go on mine. But
What date's that?
I don't know.
July?
No, it's...
August.
Yeah, end of August.
End of August?
End of August, I think, maybe. So, I don't know. But if I make the Berlin start line, I probably won't. I'll train through. I feel like the opportunities to do that stuff is not going anywhere for me, but the racing eventually is going to finish.
Yeah.
And
did you get into the elite for the Berlin one?
Probably the sub-elite. Yeah, there's a sub-elite where you still get bottles, but it's just a bit more of a mess. And I don't mind that. Like,
that's
it's so hard when you're a 2:15 guy and the guys are running 2:01.
Yeah.
Like, you just accept that. You're a big-ish fist and a fish fist. Oh, jeez, whiz. I'm a huge fist.
That's getting clipped too.
That's getting clipped. For anyone that doesn't know the reference, Macca makes the clips for YouTube Shorts, which I still am boomering my way through uploading.
To be fair though, just on a tangent, I uploaded one last night, and for some reason it doesn't use the first frame if you don't change it.
Yeah.
So which is stupid. So it's not your fault.
So fuck you, YouTube.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, I can.
Well, they'll be paying us. So
do you want money or not?
Yeah, true. Just still fuck you, YouTube. It's a love-hate relationship. It's a love-hate relationship. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what's happening for me.
That's suck.
I know. And so that means I'm going to continue. Because you ask yourself every season. I mean, I think we're both at the point in our careers where you ask yourself every year.
Is it worth
the effort?
Yeah.
Because no one really understands what goes in. And also the opportunity cost for both of us.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like family time, partner time, money-making time, lifetime.
Always sacrificing.
You're always...
I think you do make a good point though. It's like, you know, what, like you said with the opportunities, like those opportunities are going to stick around, but I think your running opportunities are like, they are under, the clock's ticking, you know?
Yeah. We have limited time.
For everyone, not just for you guys, like for all of us, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And like Kat, I think I can run faster over the marathon.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Berlin, place to do it.
Berlin.
That is a great course.
Well, then maybe we go to London in 26. New Balance.
Just do them all, man.
And I've seen the New Balance Elite V5. Five?
I haven't.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what happens.
Oh.
When you're me.
Like I said, must be very nice.
Yeah. Do you know it's actually really stressful?
Oh, I bet it is.
Because you are making decisions for you guys. In a way.
Right.
Like...
Yeah, because if you don't buy it, then I can't buy it.
Yeah. Or
you know?
And that's a problem.
Or if we don't back some of the stuff, we're the only ones in the country that buy it. If I'm like, this is trash, which it's not, it's great, then it never comes in. And then maybe I got it wrong. Like, it's just... I mean, we're not doing open heart surgery, but...
You can't always get it right, though. I reckon you're there most of the
time. Just the colours of some of the shoes are terrible. But
yeah, you can't control that.
Talk about that.
You can't control
but maybe if New Balance gave us an opportunity for London, then they'd actually have a shoe that I could race in. And I mean that with love, because I don't like the V4. I know you kind of like the...
I mean, Kat really can't say anything, can she?
Yeah, true. I stitched you up there. I'm sorry,
Kat.
I'm sorry. I stitched you up. I didn't mean to.
I am getting reviewed tomorrow, so...
Yeah. But I feel like all the cool stuff that we've done, surely all the cool stuff.
And there's some cool stuff we also thought about for the future too.
Yes.
Yeah, with like Christchurch and
yes,
and marathon stuff.
100%. So there's some cool stuff in the pipeline, and I've loved having you at Run Club.
It's been so good.
I think
we've had such a good group.
Yeah, I have really enjoyed not having to do
Be
all
in
of
charge
it.
All of it.
Like,
yeah.
It's kind of tiring, and it means I get to talk to people as well because the group was getting so big that I kind of turned up, said what they had to do, didn't really remember everyone's names because there was like 60 to 80 people, but now with you there I can kind of like spend a little bit more time socializing, which I think is important because contrary to popular belief, I'm quite a social person.
You are. I took them on a very scenic
yeah, so what'd you do?
We ran rubbish bin to rubbish bin in the park.
Super scenic, man.
Yeah, Oska the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah.
Oh, who would we be if we were Muppets right now? Who would you be? Ernie. I'd be Ernie.
Would
you Miss Piggy?
Yeah, probably.
As long as Macca doesn't say Kermit, we'll avoid something.
I couldn't like, as soon as you said Muppets, like my brain went blank.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, just like, and then you started naming some. I was like, oh yeah, but no, I couldn't name you more than what you just said.
Or Sesame Street Sesame Street characters.
Big Bird.
Yeah.
All right, we're back for aid station number 2. Maybe you're out there running Queenstown right now. Maybe you're feeling this is getting pretty tough. Remember, you'll feel way better at the finish line. You've done all the hard work. You deserve to be there. You want to be there. Keep taking those steps forward and don't miss the drink stations.
Nah, just like that just doesn't, my mind's sort of blank. I just actually can't think of anything.
Okay, Captain Planet, go.
Yeah, right.
Fire!
And then I started thinking about how creepy Barney the dinosaur was.
Oh.
I used to have a Barney stuffed animal, stuffed toy.
Did it speak to you?
Yeah, actually it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you say that, man.
Hi, Macca. Everybody clean up. We're going to clean up. Clean your room
It was
up.
like my dog's favourite toy. It ended up being my dog's favourite toy. Because I got too old for it. And then so the dog got it, you know?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Dog toys.
Barney, what about, what's the...
The Teletubbies were worse.
Teletubbies, that's the one I was thinking of.
Time for Tubby Bye-Bye. Time for Bye-Bye.
They were teaching people how to not speak properly.
Yeah.
Like, tubby, tussy.
I mean, and clearly one of them had a dick on their head. Like, what is that about? And why would you call it Poe? You won't call it Pooh. It's like...
Because there's already Winnie the Pooh, you know? Maybe?
Yeah, but Winnie the Pooh makes sense. Winnie. Winani.
Winnie.
All I can think about is Barney the sex toy, I'm sorry.
Barney the sex toy.
What?
Like your dog.
What's it?
Like your dog just playing with Barney the sex toy.
Oh, fuck's sake, man, honestly. It's a fucking stuffed animal.
It's a child's show.
Wait, do you think there is some underground business of just sex toys in the style of kids stuffed toys?
Oh, God.
Sure.
I hope not.
Surely someone's down there. You just strap on a big bird.
Should we talk about some shoes, Should we talk about some of these shoes you saw this week?
Is that too far?
He's like, I'm going to have to clip all of this out.
Yeah.
God damn.
No, there's no edits. Come on. Oh, shit. I love how natural that is too. Like it's like it's a pure thought. But isn't it? It's a little bit like when you're driving, because we're all a little bit. Our focus isn't amazing. You know, I think Mac has probably got the best focus out of the three of us.
Mine's pretty bad.
Because you can edit for like hours.
Yeah.
But you know when you're driving past a billboard, and you see the billboard from a long way out, and then it kind of flashes 3 or 4 times, and it might be like a cracker brand, a health insurance, some sort of chemistry product. And does your brain just like merge all of that together? So it ends up being like lipstick filled cracker on a dog treat. Like
Your brain just get confused.
It just meshes them all together. And I'm like, oh yeah, beer would be nice.
Oh,
like, marketing is wasted on Oska.
Yeah, all advertising is wasted on over here.
I think that'd be a gold campaign for someone, like some brand to like play on that. Like if you took four spaces in a row, but did different things so that when people saw them, it all bled into one that made sense.
That made sense, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's for like a
very specific
type of brain.
Yeah.
All I could think about when you kept talking about Barney was like a Barney coloured shoe. You know, like purple with that like orange, not orange. What's it? That like lime green.
Lime green
colour.
and purple.
Yeah.
What a combo.
I mean, I feel like Crocs has something like that. Crocs has
Probably
a Croc
something
like
Crocs
that.
would do. Crocs has got everything.
They got everything but dignity. They don't have that.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Because we love these on this podcast. Did you see the guy who ran 2:51 in New York
I
City
did.
in a pair of Crocs?
Yeah.
I did.
Holy
I saw that.
shit. Bro. The technology in those things, Crocs go
Was
crazy.
he in the Lightning McQueen ones? Must
No,
have been.
they were
'cause
red,
that's
but they
fine.
weren't the
Ka-chow.
Lightning McQueen ones.
To be honest, I'd give them a follow if there's some
I
Lightning
would.
McQueen ones.
Yeah.
Like I'd just be like, you got me.
That's
Like, congratulations, you got me.
yeah, that's impressive.
2:51, man.
Anyway, What did you want to talk about?
Oh, let's talk about some of these shoes you saw.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know what I can and can't say. So I'm just going to say everything in the hope that some of it's okay.
No edits.
No edits. So for those people that just started listening with no idea and context on who we are, because that happens, right? That happens.
True, because if you listen to this and it opens up with like, "Hi, I'm Oska from Front Row Colombo, and hi, I'm Kat," you're like, "Well, cool. What's that?" Yeah.
So the Front Runner is New Zealand's leading specialty running store. Well, so says the plaque on the door, and I own it with my wife and the team here. And part of my role is to see shoes, all the shoes from every brand, twice a year, and we book those up to 12 months in advance for production purposes. So we go in, we look at everything, and that the domestic team will shrink the international range down into what they think, and then we'll shrink that range down again into what we think is suitable for us as retailers and where we think Kiwis will want to purchase and where we see shoes fit for different needs and uses and people and tools. And so that's always fun. It's fucking tiring. So I think I would have saw 1,200 different pairs of shoes in 2 days.
How many?
1,200.
That's a lot of
1,200?
shoes.
Yeah.
How?
Exactly. Just do the math on that in minutes. But
across 5 brands?
So we saw Adidas Essex on Tuesday. And then the guys saw Brooks on Wednesday morning, but I needed to train, so I did that. But I'm going to see Jamie in a week or so. But I got some, I can't say what it is, but there's something unreal coming. And then we saw Saucony and Hoka and then Puma on Wednesday. And when you think like Adidas, because the three of us think about we're like a road training pair, a road racing pair, and a tempo pair, right? So we're focused on 3 really narrow niches, but every brand has hundreds of pairs of shoes from $150 to $500 to support models, to neutral models, to trail models, to spikes, and then there's 7 colours in each model, and then men's and women's, and then widths, and some shoes have 4 widths. Going. So it just expands and expands and expands and expands until you not to bore everyone with shoe chat, but then so what we do is we work through what can't we live without. So let's pick on Adidas because they have some good shoes. So so I have to have Adios Pro 4, Adidas Adios Pro 4. I have to have that because that's their racing shoe. But what does that person want out of their training shoes? So then we have the Adios Adizero SL2, which we'll do that. And then we have the Adidas Adizero Boston 13, which is really nice. And then you have the everyday runner person who might not want that race day product that we like, or they don't need that product, but they still want to go running, or they need a tool to go running. So then you've got like Prima, Rise, Solution. They all come in widths. And then you've got trail shoes. You got like TRX, Agravac Speed, Agravac Ultra, and then widths of that. So you can see how it just expands and expands out of control. So part of the gig is to make sense of the enormity of product that gets thrown in your face.
And where all those line up to people who want to buy it.
And then I'll spend the next 160 hours working out the volume we need to purchase to make sure that we can satisfy the market in each model. So if anyone thinks I don't do anything, it's not as easy as shoes turn up and we sell them. I'm not going to disclose how many pairs of shoes we sell a year, but it's a considerable amount, and you have to balance and hope that what you know in this moment to be true in that moment about footwear and what are people going to want. Because I was talking about this with Ben Musson about some other stuff last night. Often people don't know what they want until you put it in front of them.
Yep, that's true.
Particularly when we're talking about the future of something. And so we like what we like in this moment because that's what we know. And then you see some other stuff. Case in point, there's Brooks one, which is way left of the other products in that line. I got to trust that I know enough about shoes and enough about people to back that to sell a $500 racing shoe. That's pretty cool. So honestly, I was really disappointed this year for training shoes, but my faith has been restored.
Oh, so 2024 was average year of training shoes. 25's looking hot.
Yeah, like I feel, and some of it's hangover because we had this acceleration and amazing race day and trainer racer and Tempra product, which the three of us are passionate about because we like using them. But what that resulted in is every time you get shown something else, it was like, oh, that's cool.
It's the same as the others, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know? And we've talked about it before, Kat, on the podcast. We're in this sort of dilemma of chemistry, aesthetics, geometry, and accessibility. They're kind of the four things that we're talking about with running footwear at the moment. And chemistry's taken off. So chemistry is the molecular polymer science of creating foams. Geometry is how we shape and tool them. Accessibility is how I do my job, and price points people can afford. And then aesthetics is someone else's job. I don't tend to give a fuck about that, but people seem to care. But those three is, so we're trying to figure out how we take all these new, cool, amazing foams from R&D departments and turn them into shoes that work in a practical sense. That's my lecture. So if anyone thinks that I'm just a joker, I'm not really.
I'm doing work.
I'm doing work.
He knows lots of shit. It's actually quite impressive.
And it was really cool. So I'll just go highlights, I'll just say a few highlights. Yeah.
Go for it.
Highlights, the new Puma has a Puma Nitro Result, which is a full PIBA Magnify 3. Honestly, if you like the Nova Blast, this thing is going to blow out the water.
Is that the one with a good price point too?
Yeah, $260.
Yeah, the Puma price point's crazy.
And I don't know how they do it, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it like that forever. But one thing they're really passionate about is getting good product to people, so that's the accessibility piece. So if we can make this shoe work for $260 at retail, why would we make it $340 and price a whole two different people out of being able to purchase cool materials, right? So I'll buy into that. So this shoe, the result is built on the Magnify Last geometry, everything. It's just a different midsole with the tech upper, where the Magnify is going to keep the knit upper. So we'll do both. And that was a highlight for me. You got a question?
Is that Puma's first PIBA foam shoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because their racing shoe is aliphatic TPU.
Yes.
And I know that people wanted less shoe chat. That's feedback I've got. They wanted more nonsense. So don't worry, we can get back to Peg and Barney the dinosaur later.
Big Bird and Barney.
Strap on, Big Bird. Peg Barney. You're never going to watch Barney the same again. Actually, if you're watching Barney, you crook. I don't know where it was.
Aliphatic TPU.
Aliphatic TPU, yeah. So that was a highlight definitely from Puma. I feel like what Hoka is going to do with the Arahi, and I hate the Arahi at the moment. It's just, honestly, you could build a tiny house on it. It's that fucking stiff. Like it'll be a foundation piece. Some people love it, and I just can't buy into it. But the new Arahi 8.
How are they changing the stability in that?
Well, it's gone back to dual density. You know, we were like, why is everyone taking dual density out of everything? And like, it's like, oh, fucking, it doesn't make sense. And then eventually they listen to you 3 years later and you're like, well, we could have sold thousands of more shoes if you had just done it this way in the first place, you plonker. So that's come back. And honestly, it's a mix of Kayano 31, Tempest 2, and on a Clifton type last. So it's definitely for people that like that soft plush ride, but need stability in their footwear. Like it was like all of us in the rooms, we had like Laurie, Emma, Ben, and myself. It was like, this is fucking great. So that's a highlight. Rocket X3, jury's out. So that's Hoka Rocket X3, jury's out. I think it's very niche. I think a couple of people respond to it very well.
What kind of people would respond to
You've got to be moving fast.
Okay.
Like, I'd say the toe spring, which is the angle the toe kind of picks up at, and then when you push the toe box down onto the ground, you kind of get this angle in. Should it be like 35 degrees? It's very aggressive. And
You'd have some strong Achilles.
You got some very strong Achilles, yeah. And from Essex, they've got one shoe I can't talk about yet, but they're going to be using aliphatic TPU in 2 shoes. One I'm not allowed to talk about, the other one is going to be a Super Blast equivalent. So they're going to have 2 shoes in that 42mm stack. One, obviously, Super Blast is a PIBA midsole with a enhanced EVA outsole. And then this new one is going to be a full slab of aliphatic TPU. And so people that have run in the Elite Puma, DV8 Nitro Elite 3, that material is going to be in a shoe shaped like the Super Blast, which I think is really clever, and I like it as long as everyone understands the difference.
How does that affect the ride?
I find the Super Blast really slappy. And I feel like for that particular shoe, you've got to hit the ground quite firm to get something out of the Super Blast, where the aliphatic TPU, the energy return is like 96% rather than 88%. So you have to put less pressure on it to feel like you're moving forwards. Yeah. So I think they were highlights. Adidas Boston 13. Oh, come on. And then their Evo SL, their $260 Light Strike Pro training shoe, which is a bit like the New Balance Rebel V4, or I can't think of something else like it. Maybe Nova Blast to an extent, but not more like the Rebel V4. I think that's beautiful. I screwed up and I didn't buy it for the back half of this year, and I made a mistake.
Because it's already out, huh?
Yeah, and they had it was under we're only allowed so many, what do you call that, allocation? Where it was under allocation, and I went, bugger, it's too hard. But I should have bought some, so it's just what it is. So I love shoes, eh? Fucking love shoes. I like talking to you guys, but I love shoes.
Shoes are fun. They're also really confusing for a lot of people, which is why this is really good for them.
But I think most people have just skipped through that 16 minutes of me talking about shoes. Because I had multiple people on last Saturday. Yeah, whatever. Hey team, we're back for our final aid station of this week's podcast. Reach into your back pocket. What's that? That's that final gel, and you should definitely have that. It's going to make you feel way better as we come towards the finish. As always, thanks for listening. Enjoy your run, and we'll catch you next week. So that was come and say, fuck, you guys are funny as, but the shoe shit's boring as hell.
You can learn from it.
That's fair enough.
We do have to sell some shoes,
so
we can continue to sit here and talk shit.
Shoes did pay for the $10,000 setup.
So they do have a time and a place.
We do have to talk about them.
Thank you, shoes.
It was really good, and I enjoyed doing it. And Sam came with me on Tuesday, and Anna came with me on Wednesday, and I think it's just good to get opinions and feelings and range of ages and abilities, and to make sure that it's not just 3 male, pale and stale old fellas sitting in a room making decisions for the whole country
of New Zealand.
And I embrace that sort of all that stuff. Really, it's fun. It's cool. Yeah. Spring grind.
Yeah. Update us.
Grinding. Well,
there were some couple big runs on the weekend.
I have communicated with one of them.
Excellent. I also have.
Yeah, good.
I feel like this needs more context.
Well, so spring grind, for those people that don't know, is it semi-annual, biannual, uni-annual? It's twice a year. How does that go? Biannual?
Biannual? Yep.
But is that every second year?
I see.
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
We're going to run this twice a year. We're going to do it in spring and autumn, and the whole idea is that in those sort of shoulder seasons where people need a little bit more motivation to get out, we do a self-selected kilometre challenge, and we have live leaderboards, and you upload your activities, running activities, and for some people the walking activities with a get to run back to run programs, and we've got a medal. Hoka have done us a quarter zip, which looks pretty cool. And they just came back from the printer. They've got front runner put on the back now. I was going to put something dirty on there about grinding, but I didn't. I was
That
going to.
would have been funny.
It would have been funny, but I think
I want to see Barney the dinosaur on the next
Grinding.
spring grind once.
maybe for the distances for autumn, I can make them kids cartoon characters.
I'm turning up to the after party in a Barney costume, mate.
Yes. Our very own Sam is leading the root canal category. So I made them all dental procedures, like grinding teeth, dental procedures. So root canal being the people trying to run 300 kilometres this month. Sam and Rasul and Ben all 200 plus
already. And we're only,
out.
what's that? 14 days into
so they're going to crush. So clearly I made that category too easy. And by the way, everyone gets a certificate and a medal. I don't give a fuck how far you run. Just have fun. You know, like you push yourself, and if you get there or you don't, I'm happy because I want everyone just to have fun and get together and communicate. And I'm just putting stupid dad jokes in the closed Facebook group chat.
You are, yeah.
There's some stupid jokes. Do you like the leak in the sink?
Yeah, classic.
So it's
I'm not in that, so
so I'll explain it. So it's a picture of under a sink, and it's just got a leek vegetable with an angry face drawn onto it. And then I just put like stretching your hamstrings in the morning, and then it's just the quote is like there's a leak in the sink, an aggressive leak in the sink. Oh, that's funny. Clearly, Macca doesn't. It's fine.
I prefer your Strava captions. Anyway,
I feel like I've been weak on the Strava captions though.
But you haven't been running.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
No. And then in the 200k, the tooth extraction category, Paul O'Keefe, Mark Shakespeare, and Jeeve Slade are all battling that out, 150 to 194k. So it looks like Paul's not far away from knocking that over. The Crown, Kelly Wheeler, Dave Walker, and Jonathan Goosen are all sitting up around 100. So they're probably the most accurate group, self-selected challenge. They look like they'll just sneak in there. Then the 100k, Alvin, Nicole, and Mike are all pretty close to get in there already.
Taking it off.
Yeah, and then we've got our Tooth Fairy category, which is the guys who are walking and running, coming back for some health stuff, maybe some injuries, and they want to be involved as well. So everyone is welcome to come to the grind party.
Is that Sally up the top there?
Sally Wright, yeah.
Oh,
she sent me a message and she's like, I have to win.
Yes, you can.
I have to win.
Get it, girl.
She sent me a message, so she's like, I want to know the rules so I can cheat it. I was like, Sally, just fucking...
You're only cheating yourself at that point,
walk
Sally.
Walk and run, love. Walk and run.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Don't put it on your dog and make it run in the backyard.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just put it on Barney.
Don't do a Logan Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get his dog on.
Yeah, his dog's got one. Yeah,
that's pretty good, though. I like that. So anyone can come to the grind party. It's going to be the 3rd of December. It's good, isn't it?
Sounds funny when you say it like that. Eh?
Barney is a dinosaur from your imagination. What is the whole song of that? Barney is a dino. So it's very aggressive.
So the spring grind party is December the 3rd.
December the 3rd, Tuesday, December the 3rd at 6 p.m. Here at the shop, front runner, Colombo. We've organised Rollickin' Gelato. We're going to have Hell's Pizzas. If you're doing spring grind, you've already got a link to RSVP. If you are not doing spring grind and you would like to come, then it's just $15 to help us cover a little bit of the grinding costs.
Is it capped?
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's not capped.
Nice. So
we're going to put a marquee out the front and if we need to, and have a little 30-minute jog, have some food, give out the spring grind prizes. I think it's one thing I haven't done very well is cap off the Run Club year.
Yeah.
Like for the last 5 or 6 years. And I think the Run Club's at a point now where it's time to, I guess, celebrate everyone's successes with Auckland or Queenstown or Crater Rim or the races that they were all doing leading up, events that people were doing leading up into then, and then just signing off for the year and that. So I want to just do that better and have a bit more fun. So that's what we're doing there.
It's going to be great. Pizza, ice cream, running.
Pizza and ice cream, man. And when he's tall, he's what he calls a dinosaur sensation.
Is that what the
That's what it is.
Have you got the song there? Can you play it?
I can't play it. Oh, I can play it. Hold on. I'll play it.
Wait, will we get copyrighted?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
It's not good.
It's not. It
It's
sort of sounds like a
sounds like
a marching chant or something, you know, like.
For the first time, I'm wondering if I can make the joke.
Do it.
Oh.
I feel like if you have to think about making the joke, of all the things you've said on the podcast,
It's probably terrible. Say
you
it.
probably shouldn't say it.
It feels like
It's the angel and the devil here.
it feels like, and now I've ruined it
First
because I
edit's
should have
coming.
just said it. The first edit's coming. I feel like it's a song written by P Diddy.
He's going away for a long time.
He's
Yeah.
a bad man.
Yeah. I didn't get the baby oil joke until I read the article.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Who's delivering that?
You're like, do you think you got enough?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but who's at the warehouse, right? Can you imagine that? Because sometimes we have some interesting orders, you know, like people might order like $1,200 worth of mortar, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Crazy.
Like, that's enough to make a jelly pit. Do some wrestling in there, something.
It's a lot of water. Who needs that many?
I wonder if people bulk order for mates, but sometimes we just hypothesize about what they're actually doing with it, because
$1,200.
it's a lot of gels.
A lot of gels. Like,
I don't even know how many gels it is.
You make like a Morton gel bed, you know? Like scrap off the
Exactly.
water bed, you got a gel
Oh,
bed.
then you never run out of energy.
True, because you just get
in bed.
you wake up in the middle of the night, you're just like,
You walk so far into
Yeah.
that. You walk so far into that.
I imagine like waking up hungry and then like, you know, like taking a bite of the corner of the bed or something, you know, like, because it's made out of gels anyway.
Yeah, I get you. And so that,
not where I
so
thought it was
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
so that's a gel you would pick up from the floor.
A gel 100.
Yeah.
More than gel.
Well, so when
Absolutely.
we were having this debate on an earlier episode about like what state you'd need to be in to pick up a gel off the ground.
Yes. I've heard some
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind. I would always pick it up now.
After the marathon?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Because you missed the bottle, bro.
I missed the bomb. Take anything.
I can't believe we just played Barney the Dinosaur. That's good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Making real strides on the podcast.
100%. So we got that, and then my only question, really, my other question was, if you cut yourself, right, and then you're bleeding, and then you like lick it or whatever,
back in.
you're eating yourself.
Do you get the iron back too?
Well, it hasn't gone anywhere, right? It's technically like, what does your body do with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So does that make you a cannibal?
Yeah, kind of.
Is that the word? Cannibal, or does it have to be flesh?
No, you're more like a vampire at that point, you know, like
Vampire.
blood sucking, you know.
Who were you shipping on? What's the vampire movie?
Twilight.
Yeah, who are you shipping for? Like the angry wolf dude, or the other guy that looked like he was really a vampire?
I've never seen it. Nah.
I can't say I was a fan either. I mean, I've seen it,
But you
but I'm not
didn't
picking
like
teams.
either of them.
I don't care.
It's either what's his name, Taylor Lautner, or what's the other guy's name?
Patterson?
Robert
Robert
Patterson.
Patterson, we got there. I'd take Wolfman.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Which one's
The other one's
which one's
pale,
that?
you know.
That's Lautner, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a tank.
He is a tank.
You know, he's married to Taylor, so they're both Taylor
Taylor
Lautner.
and Taylor.
Wow. Spelt the same?
That's clear.
Yeah. The more you know, bro.
Hollywood, eh? No, Hollywood.
Hollywood, they do it.
Where do you get the information from?
That
TikTok.
information?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Probably TikTok, yeah.
That's right.
You
Get
see a
all
lot
my
of shit.
news.
TikTok ban in the US.
Is it?
Yeah, from next March.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that Trumpy thing?
Yeah.
Actually,
Trumpet. Do you know, every
Really?
time I hear that, I just want to sing that, like, and the trumpets, they
Here
go.
you go.
ba,
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 da,
ba,
da,
ba.
da, da. Or the bass and the speakers make the tweeters go to war. To make the trumpet bring the preacher to the floor.
Every time I hear it, and I just imagine the Oompa Loompas singing the songs.
So, well, the thing about no TikTok in the US is that like so many people make a living from
so much money off of that.
from TikTok.
Creator fund.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess they're not going to make money from TikTok.
No.
They have to go back to YouTube.
You're gonna have to go back to working a normal job and not reviewing food on the
Working
platform.
9 till 5.
Or the run influencers. What are you going to do?
Well, I see that.
Can we touch on that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matt Choi, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as someone who makes like running content and like
But you make quality run content.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. But I put myself, I get boxed into the runfluencer category.
Yeah, fair.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on it just in general?
There's a lot out there.
And some of it is, let me word this how I want to word this. If it brings positive attention to the sport and allows people to feel like they can join us, then I'm here for it. So it's like some of your stuff is like real life. It's not 3 e-bikes on the New York Marathon course.
Yeah.
Because nobody is bigger than the sport.
Yeah.
Like we can sit here and joke, about stuff, but the sport's the sport, and it has to be held. There has to be rules, and there has to be measured distances and correct times, in it because it still has to be official. Otherwise, it's like you can't just not have head high tackles in international rugby and not bring it down to club. Like you have to have rules and regulations to uphold what the sport is. The problem, what our sport is accessible to everybody with enough limbs to run, basically, and even the wheelchair stuff. So that's where it gets tricky, I think. It's because you end up.
They really made a point of him, eh? Like,
I don't like that either.
No,
I think they could have, but I think the problem is he's repetitively offended and like on some stuff, and you go, okay, the first time didn't understand the rules. Happy,
don't do it again.
Happy with that. Second time you're like, bro, this is now attention, and then the third time you're like, hey, you're done. I don't want any part of it. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, it's not the first time he's done something like this. I think he ran Houston Marathon under someone's bib last year or something like that, and then came out with like a similar style apology video. I think like if the guys that were with him had media passes and were doing that and it was all official and shit, I think like, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. But I think you're losing sight of like the enormity of an event like that is the world's largest marathon.
Because there are 58,000 people?
And you're literally got 2 people on e-bikes next to you. Like I've run that race. There's no fucking room for anyone but runners. And then like, some media people who are actually like meant to be there.
Yeah.
And to like think that it's okay to like go out and take some like little Instagram reels of you and just run with your phone and film yourself. Like,
And the other thing I read was like that's New York. It was New York, wasn't it?
Yeah.
New York Marathon's IP. That's their business. That's like someone walking in our shop and selling their own shoes to people who walk through the door, rather than and take like that's what. So you have to respect the foundation of, what it's doing. You can do your Instagram reels. You can talk whatever you want to on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. But I think when it comes down to event day, like you're in someone else's space. It's not for you.
Nah.
No, it's not for you.
Nah.
And I don't mind the GoPro, and stuff. I can live with that.
Yeah, as long as it's not intrusive. As long as you're not
that's the thing.
getting in anyone else's way,
Yeah.
But I have no problem with the influencer thing. I think it's one thing that I've learned through owning the shop is not one person can talk to all people.
Yeah.
So there's some people that just don't get me, or they don't feel like they can talk to me, or whereas they might be more comfortable talking to Lynette or Sam, and that's fine. Like that's why you have multiple voices, and you need that in such a diverse sport.
Yeah. Just need people to keep it positive. I reckon. I think that the backlash he got online was pretty hectic.
Yeah.
Like he got ripped a new one.
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that either.
No.
But
that's human nature, isn't it? Any opportunity to tear down a big dog.
some serious cancel culture in this space, eh?
Yeah.
You can't really say anything.
Cancel
Apart from on the Front Runner podcast, you're immune here. You can say whatever you want.
But as long as you pick on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't talk about the war.
And that's this week's episode. So it's been great having.
No?
What?
No. Okay, fine.
Yeah, no.
So that's what I think. But positivity and peace. And allergies.
Allergies.
Yeah, allergies. Yeah. Spring grind.
Spring grind, baby.
Get into it.
Run Club next week. I'm actually going to put a poll up.
Yeah, how many we've only got a couple of weeks
We've got
left.
a couple of weeks left.
And we've had some races, so...
Yeah, so I think I might put a poll up and we'll do it, but it might be an easy job from the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might do just an easy 30 from the shop, because I know that a lot of people were running in Queenstown this weekend.
Yep.
And everyone's kind of coming towards the end of stuff. and then we might do one last intervals at the park the week after, and then we'll come back for the party. Yeah, rather than do hill repeats after Queenstown Marathon.
That's it. That makes
It's
sense.
a bit harsh, isn't it?
It makes sense.
Good luck to everyone running Queenstown this weekend.
Yeah,
especially our boy Tom.
Turbo.
My money's on him for the dub. Don't care.
Don't care. Okay,
No.
I'll back him.
I'll back him. You gotta back him.
He's a horse I'll back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a horse I'm going to try to get on top of. See, I wrapped the whole thing in the one joke, the whole podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Good.
The whole 63 minutes.
From the start to the end. He's done it.
You guys got anything else, Kate?
No.
Well, you didn't say what your opportunities were. I just made a joke about something, and then you. Can you talk about it yet?
Well, nothing's really confirmed, but there's a marathon. London definitely is an opportunity.
New Balance are good for that. Eh?
Yep.
I smell a road trip coming. We're gonna take our media guy.
Yeah. you need a guy? Yeah. I'll promise to get. I can get media pass. I won't just be on an e-bike.
Yeah,
gosh. I'll need a male for the second opportunity, which is Doha. So.
For what? For Doha?
Yeah.
The marathon.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that's still.
Why do you need a male for that?
Not a safe place.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's completely over my head.
Yeah, not a safe place.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, we shall see which one works out.
I mean, London.
No, London would be. I mean, yeah. If I could do both, that'd be amazing. We'll see.
Definitely London, man. Surely.
Better conditions.
And it's just like you get that New Balance hospitality. It's
Get
pretty
that
good.
hospitality.
Croissants.
It's pretty good.
That's France. What is English food?
She would get a full English pre-race.
Breakfast?
Some beans and some black pudding before you go rip 42.2 Ks.
Oh dear. That'd be cool.
No thanks.
That'd be cool. Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. As usual, I don't know why you do, but hey, I'm here for it because I enjoy talking to a couple of friends every week for an hour and a bit. It's so much fun, and people listen to us as talking.
You guys love it.
And if you can do us that little favour and jump over to YouTube and hit the old subscribe button.
Yep.
You subscribe and
like.
Yep.
Turn your notifications on. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple, wherever you listen to your episodes.
And if you want to see Mac's stuff, you can find him on the Tube Review as well.
Yeah.
Mac Dwyer something.
And if you need any shoes, frontrunnercolombo.co.nz. Or you can come in store and talk to the lovely team.
/Mac15.
That's not actually a thing.
That's not a thing. Okay. All right, team. Always remember to stay in school and eat your veggies.
Peace.
Nice.